Hello guys and welcome back to my Adobe Premiere Pro Masterclass. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add text to your videos in Premiere Pro. To begin, I've imported this video onto my timeline over here. There are a couple of ways to add text to your videos in Premiere Pro. The first way is to come over to your toolbox over here and scroll down here and select the type tool to add a text. If you can't see this toolbox, all you need to do is to come over here to the Windows tab over here and come down and select tools. Make sure that your tools bar is checked. Now, when you select your text over here, if you hold down text, you will notice that there's a vertical type tool and there's the horizontal type tool. The vertical type tools makes us type text in a vertical form. So you just need to come over to the screen and select it and type a text. I'm just going to write text and you'll notice that our text comes in a vertical form. Another thing you'll notice is that over here, a text layer has been added into our timeline. I'm going to hit Ctrl Z to undo that and delete this from our timeline over here. If we come back to our type tool over here and select the normal type tool and type a text, you'll notice that when we write in text, you'll notice that your text comes in horizontally. To edit your text, come over to the Essential Graphics tab over here and you will have all these properties that you can edit. If you don't see this, all you need to do is to come over to the Windows tab over here and scroll down and make sure that Essential Graphics is turned on. Now, under here, you can edit your text. And if you have Essential Graphics turned on and you still can't see this, make sure that your text over here is selected. And when you come over to your text over here, you select Edit Text. You can scroll down and begin to edit your text properties. For example, you could change the font of your text to whatever you prefer. You need to highlight your text first to edit it. So if I come over here and select a new text style, you will see that my text keeps changing. I could make this bold and I could come over to the scale properties over here to increase my text size over here. Or you could come over to Effects Control over here and come down to scale and you can increase your text over here. Either way is fine. You could come down to Fill over here and select Fill and change the color of your text to whatever you prefer. I could make it green. And if I deselect it, you can see that my text is green once more. And because I've deselected it, you will notice that in this panel, the controls are no longer there. To see them, all you need to do is to select your text once more and they will appear. But for you to see the full controls for your text, you need to select that specific text. And now you can see all the properties once more. You can also add some stroke to your text, which are outlines to your text by toggling on the stroke properties over here. And you can see that white stroke has been added to our text because the color for stroke here is white. If you want to change it to a different color, just select white color here. And maybe you want to change it to pink, hit pink and hit OK. It might not be too visible on your end, so I'm going to change this to black and hit OK. You can always increase the stroke level over here. That is too much, but you can always adjust your stroke level over here. Another thing you can do is to add a background. If I toggle on background, you can add a background to your text and you can see that a background has been added to my text. You can make the background curved rather than being edged. And if you do not like any of this, you can always toggle off the background. You can toggle off the stroke and if you could toggle off the fill. If you toggle off the fill and toggle off the stroke, what you are having is transparent text over here. I'm going to select the black and turn it to white so you can see what it now looks like. So we have toggled off the stroke and we've toggled on the fill. So we are seeing the stroke outside, but there's no color in between. So we have a kind of transparent text over here. You could also add some shadow to your text by selecting shadow and giving it a color you prefer. I'm going to leave it at this color and you can increase the amount of shadow to your liking over here. Another way to add text to your videos in Premiere Pro is to deselect this text. So I'm going to move to a different position over here and under the Essential Graphics tab over here, you come over to Browse and we have a lot of templates here that Premiere Pro has given to us. So if I select any of these templates and drag it onto my timeline over here, you can see that some comes with animations and if I scroll back, you will see that some comes basically without any animation. There are some that are just like still overlay. Something like the basic title over here just comes as a still overlay. Let me drop this here for a bit. If I move back and hit play, you will notice this animation coming here. To edit this, all you need to do is to come over here and double click on it and hit Ctrl A to select all. And you can change it to a name. I could say her name is Angelina Powers. and deselect it. Now, if I go back and hit play, you will notice that the Angelina Powers has come here. You could select this template over here. Now you will notice that because we have selected this text, we have the ability to edit the text and the shape over here. So if I select the Angelina Powers, I can edit the text by clicking on it. I could change only the powers if I like and call it John. I could select only one portion of the text and change the color of only that portion. Let's say I want the John to be red. And now, if I deselect it, you'll notice that John is red, Angelina is white. If I select it back and select Angelina, John, I could also change the properties of the text and all of that over here. I could select the shape and change the color of the shape from the fill color from blue to probably red and hit OK. And you will notice that that background shape has become red. If you want to edit the other text over here, you need to select that shape or that text and come over here, and now you can edit the first text. But to see it, you need to move your playhead over that text so that you can see it, and come over here and select that text to edit that text. And for the third example we have here, if I select here, you can see it, but there's no background under it. There's no background video. You can always place a background video over it. Now, this is a simple text without any animation. You could come over here and double click on it, but make sure that you are selecting on it first. Double click on it and hit Ctrl A, and you can change this text to say whatever you like. I'm just going to hit Add Text, and you can come over here and adjust its properties. For example, you could center align it, you could left align it, you could right align it, you could make it bold over here, you could make it italics over here, you could adjust the transparency to make it fade a bit, and you can increase the transparency to make it visible. And that's it, guys, on how to add text to your videos in Premiere Pro.